Get off me. I don't want to be handcuffed. I don't want to be tied down. Stop it. You're constricting me. I can't breathe. You're constricting me. You're not doing anything. You're hurting me. You are physically hurting me right now. My chest hurts, my head hurts, my hands hurt, my wrist hurts. And my shoulder blades, and my shoulders, and my back. Which is where all my organs are, by the way. So thank you. You're not cooperating. You are not cooperative. We are not a co-op. We are not a co-op. We are not a corporation. We are not a co-op. You're not a cop. You're a robber. You're stealing me. You're kidnapping me. You're abducting me. Ow, you're hurting me. Ow. No, stop doing it. You just sit down. None of this is me. You're crazy. You're crazy. I know. Harper, get me out of here. Get me out of here. Get me out. Let me out.
What happened, Sophie?
Open the door. Open it. Can I go? Bring me to the hospital right now. I can't breathe. I'm too hot. I can't breathe. I'm gonna have a seizure.
I just turned the AC up for you, okay? You gotta give it a second. I just turned off the AC. You'll be able to get some air in a couple seconds, okay? I don't know what that means.
Take me to the hospital. Take me to the ER. To the ED. Take me for medical clearance.
You'll get medical clearance at the jail.
No, they don't medically clear you.
They do.
No, they don't.
Absolutely.
No, they do not. They do an intake form. That's not the same. I get a physical exam. Who is the elected person in this jurisdiction? Take me to that. I don't even know if this is your jurisdiction. You are. You're kidnapping me. Give me a ride. Give me a ride home. Turn the car around.
Ultimately, Alexandria was taken to jail, where she will face charges for trespassing and resisting arrest. While Alexandria doesn't care for the word no, her next rich kid doesn't even have the word no in her dictionary. On February 21st, 2022, in Florida, police received a call regarding a suspected drunk driver. An eyewitness reported a concerning incident involving a Tesla crashing in near collision with a palm tree. The driver proceeded to reverse, causing tires to screech and posing a threat to pedestrians nearby before hastily driving off. Subsequently, a be-on-the-lookout alert was issued for their identified vehicle. Shortly after, the deputy spotted the Tesla parked by the roadside. As the deputy tried to approach the car, the driver accelerated and fled the scene.
5111 pursuit again.
I don't even know which one I'm at.
5111, we're taking a left or right on Jamaican Street. Taking a left on North Bahama Drive.
This is just a YouTube video I'm watching. It's not part of this video.
Soup up your shopping cart. Find the chef-crafted Panera soups you crave, now at your grocery. Healthy Renew, a new anti-aging line from Cetaphil, the retinol alternative your sensitive skin's been waiting for.
We're stopped again. Turn off the vehicle! Sheriff's office!
Stop me over.
Oh my God, Dad!
Stop resisting!
No, dude! What are you doing?
Don't fucking resist.
What are you doing? You didn't even know me. Not arresting me.
Resisting!
Stop
running a red light, and resisting the police. This rich kid feels she is in the right to make demands. She repeatedly requested to speak with her father and refused to cooperate with the authorities. The police attempted to conduct field sobriety exercises to determine if she was driving under the influence. Throughout their interaction, her behavior appeared erratic, and she continued to demand contact with her father, even though she was an adult.
Play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
We have an RP that said she was intoxicated. I find her parked right here.
Intoxicated.
She sees me.
Did you take a test? No.
I'm doing my lights and she's going 60. Swerving between many stop signs. And then she gets out of the vehicle. I have her taser point. I'm telling her, like, just stay there. She gets out, and then she runs back in the vehicle, rolls up the window, and then takes off flying even faster. Like,
Who are you?
He's the police.
I didn't know that.
I only told you 10 times.
Did you see this? He didn't do that. Did you see this? Oh no, because I can hear his sirens on the radio. If I saw that, I would have.
You're lucky I didn't tase you. I swear.
Lean against car.
What are you doing to me?
Why? Why?
Why are you
What do you want to do? And what do you need me to do?
We have fleeing and looting, reckless driving. I want to do a DUI investigation.
This rich kid continued asking to speak to her father, refusing to take sobriety tests and arguing with the officers. She thinks her father could make her charges disappear with a wave of a hand. She even went as far as trying to fight the officers.
Who's this guy?
That's my dad.
Okay, well, he's got to go.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Dad!
Ma'am.
Dad! Dad! I've been living on this island for 3 years. Why do you do this to me now? I don't get it, dude.
Good fine. Ma'am.
Can you just talk to my dad? Don't
Ma'am.
talk to me. I'm here.
Code 5. Ma'am, the amount of lives that you just put at risk is ridiculous. Okay? I have no sympathy for you right now. You could have easily killed someone. There are little kids that live in this neighborhood.
You would run from me. Walk up on me like that again.
You do not know how lucky you are you didn't kill someone.
That's how you got your identity, right?
Alright, I don't know if we can do it if she's resistant.
Yeah, no. Dad!
Debbie, she's resisting. I don't want to take her out of handcuffs.
Dad, they have no
So-
reason. Dad!
Alright, yeah, we're not going to do them. Is she patted down?
Can I talk to him?
Nope, they're going in the car.
Dad, there's a guy.
The guy don't know. Get in!
Nope. I tried that again.
We got resisting with violence. You want to let him cut back yet?
You have a...
You didn't tell me why you're putting me in the car.
Because you were going to jail.
Why?
Jesus Christ. Get out! Get the hell
Why am I going to jail?
Eventually, her dad came, but to her disappointment, he didn't wave the charges away with wads of cash. Instead, he asked her to obey the police. Only then did it dawn on her that she might be in trouble. So she began to argue legalities with the officers. The officers explained the seriousness of her actions, emphasizing that her reckless behavior put lives at risk. But for this rich kid, as long as no life was actually harmed, then it's all good. Her argument seems to be that she shouldn't be arrested when she hasn't hurt anyone yet.
You could have killed yourself, others, and me.
But I didn't. So what are you
Thank God
talking
you
about?
did. Thank God.
I'm gonna ask you one more time. Why am I here?
You're going to jail.
For what?
Reckless driving, DUI, fleeing and looting,
DUI
resisting an officer.
on what? And reckless driving on what?
You reckless driving because the speeds you were going and running stop signs, you could have easily killed someone. You had no regard for other people's lives.
Alright, DUI. You want to charge me of a DUI, but you have nothing.
Really? We're gonna let
So
you
why
get
you
rid of
gonna-
it right now. You gonna pass?
Right. You're gonna check that now. But why you say that before?
Because you're drunk.
No, I'm not. Homie, this is me.
Eventually, she was charged with DUI, reckless driving, resisting an officer with violence, and fleeing from an officer. She'll have enough time to think about the consequences of her actions in jail. Just when you thought you had seen it all with the rich kids, though, this 18-year-old takes the cake. What started as a regular water patrolling day in Escambia County for officers Ellie Birkin and Christopher Lugg from Florida Fish and Wildlife took a strange turn when the operator of a pontoon vessel traveling under a bridge flipped them off. This gesture offended the officers, prompting them to chase down the pontoon vessel. Admittedly, flipping off the cops is not a crime and could as well be covered by his freedom of speech, but you better not be making offensive gestures while actively committing a crime.
Put it in neutral. What was that about? What was that about?
Okay, I felt
Quit
through.
this off. You're not in neutral. Put it in neutral. Put it in neutral.
Here's how we're gonna stop making excuses and learn those languages next year. You throw on a little Pimsler and you do the chores you had to do anyways.
Now say, I speak a little Greek.
Yeah, well, I know there's only 3 in there. We'll get to that second part in a sec. You need to get up. Nah, just let him get the last check. There's some under the seat. Let him get them. You can get up for that. Yeah, bro, so we do want to, I'm not going to make you take off my We don't have money inside 6-7. I'm not being picky. It's just I can't see through stuff. That's good. That's good. That's good. There we go. You want to get it on the bed? Or you want me to get on their bed? How would you be comfortable? That'll work. Do it in the back. Here, let go, bud. I'm gonna break away for just a sec because I don't have to worry about bumping y'all, okay?
In the end, the officer drove the passengers to the shore. He talked to the teenagers about abiding by the law. Since underage drinking is just a misdemeanor, he let them off the hook.
This is y'all's boat?
Yes, sir.
Okay. This is where it's supposed to be, correct? If the switch is off, or the key's off, key's still on it, I think you're good, okay? He's getting arrested for boat under the influence, so.
Okay.
Alright, I don't know if he has anything else or duties he needs to do today, but he's not gonna be coming back today, so. Alright, do you have any questions or anything? You guys both just work there, just you two? Okay, 10-4. Guys, I know you did what you did. You may think that's why we turned around. Definitely grabbed our attention, but you stepped up from the stairwell, walked to the center of the boat while underway at the middle of the bridge. Our boat, which is a bigger boat, has a bigger boat weight, alright? And sat there and did whatever you did. Nobody's driving the boat. You know, if that weight kids, if somebody's coming, you're coming around a corner where there's blind corners, both directions where dummies never stop. So all that stuff's going on while you're.
Okay, no, I understand. I'm voting. I'm good on. I didn't see the way from the boat at all. I had control of the boat all times.
You stood in the middle of the boat and helped your finger through. How did you have control?
I was still on it. But no, I had a hand on the wheel all times.
Brother, you had 2 hands high in there, because I promise you, I was like, I waved back thinking you were waving at us. And then I was like, I guess there's something more to that, so.
For the flipper who was boating under the influence, the officer stressed how such behavior endangers everyone on the boat, especially in the middle of a bridge with potential hazards. Hopefully, he learns his lesson after a few nights in jail. If you like the video, hit the like button and subscribe for more engaging content.
No.
Share your thoughts on the privileged individuals in the comments. We would love to hear from you. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.
This is just a random video I'm watching. Mom, making my own video. Dang it. I really wish I had my record with me, but it's gone and dead. So I don't have it.
Get all kinds of deliciousness delivered at edible.com.
Karens are known for their public freakouts, and boy, do they deliver. They can be seen going off on anyone, from store clerks to restaurant staff, and even complete strangers. From screaming at the top of their lungs to pointing their fingers aggressively, these Karens know just how to make an entrance. So the next time you encounter a Karen in public, think twice before you startle her. She might just have something up her sleeve.
I don't know if she's scared or not.
Back on June 30th of 2022, the police were called to the Steak and Shake restaurant.
Oh.
The concern was that there was a vehicle sitting in the parking lot with its hatch open and its hood open, and a Karen sitting in the driver's seat acting weird. And what you're looking at now is a brief preview of what the officers saw when they arrived. But in addition to Karen's completely goofy behavior, the police also noticed that her car was smoking. So, of course, to avoid a vehicle fire, the officer asked Karen to turn her vehicle off, and then we get into the nonsense.
Oh, your car's smoking. Yeah, turn the car off. Turn the car off.
That's a guy, it's Kevin.
I did. Spin off though.
Can you hop out of the car, please?
So at this point, the officers are starting to notice that Karen is acting really strange and that she's under the influence of something really strong. But then when the officers asked Karen what happened to her car, she said the air conditioning was running at its highest setting and the car overheated. And in addition, she wasn't driving, her boyfriend was. However, make a note of the fact that when the police arrived, Karen was in the driver's seat and the car was running.
So what happened? Where did you guys come
What
from?
just happened?
You drove over here?
Yeah, we live in Shorewood. Like, it was fine. We walked literally up to the dog.
Did you guys hit anything? They just started smoking randomly?
Yeah, we had the max.
You take your sunglasses off?
Yeah, we had the max lease here.
Okay.
I don't even know which one I'm on.
Said it was the smoke trip.
Who's driving?
I got a lot more to go.
You were in the driver's seat when I got here, right?
No, I was getting the stuff back in the truck.
So at this point, the officers are really starting to notice that Karen is not able to stand still and is acting like someone who is on some heavy drugs.
Because you're acting like you're under the influence. When I got here, the car's running, you're in the driver's seat, right?
Right.
Your pupils are extremely restricted. And you're acting very erratic. Are you, what drug are you in? The way you're acting is like you're under the influence of some sort of narcotic. You're not? Okay.
So at this point, there is absolutely no doubt in the officers' minds that Karen is under the influence of something which is clear to all of us. However, she denies it, so the officer decides to administer a field sobriety test because, after all, Karen was in the driver's seat when the officers showed up.
Are you okay with doing some tests to make sure you're good to drive? When I got here, you were in the driver's seat.
Okay. Can't touch the red.
I mean, I can try enough for me to, but
Well, I got here, you're in the driver's seat, car's running. You know,
So in one last-ditch attempt to save everybody's time, the officer gave Karen one final chance to come clean by asking her if she had consumed any alcohol or narcotics at any point in the day, and she still lied. So on to the field sobriety test to confirm what everybody knows, especially Karen.
do you not take anything at all of that? Drink anything? Nothing at all. And no alcohol.
no.
And no narcotics at all.
No. His mom just got admitted in the hospital. His dad died a month ago. Like, I can't even get a journal from Barnes & Noble. And then my cash app card didn't work.
Your pupils are extremely small. There has to be a reason. So do you want to be honest about what you're taking?
I'm not taking anything. I don't know if I was wearing sunglasses.
No.
Possibly.
Do you see how you're acting right now? It's not normal.
Why not?
Karens aren't normal.
because I'm standing.
No, just the way you're like consistently moving and acting.
I was just gonna ask if I did okay. I never took a test like that before.
No, it looks to me like you're tweaking. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's the way you're acting.
At this point, the officer has conducted the field sobriety tests, and he already knows what we all know. Karen is on something. So, seeing that Karen is only under the influence of Kool-Aid, according to her, the officer asks if he can search her vehicle, and of course, Karen says no.
So there's nothing legal in the car?
No.
Okay. Then you would you search it?
There's a reason to search it, no, but I feel like there's no reason to search the car.
No, I'm just asking if we can. To confirm or dispel our suspicion of what's going on here.
If there would be a reason to search the car, then I would say yes.
You just said yes or what? Yes or no?
No.
It's a no.
No, there's no reason to. It's not.
So, because Karen continues to lie and continues to waste everyone's time, the officers have to continue with the field sobriety test, and at this time, Karen is going to complete, or at least try to complete, what is known as the walk and turn test. Let's see how she does.
While you're walking, keep your arms down your side. Watch your feet at all times and count your steps out loud. Once you start the test, don't stop until you complete the test.
Does it give me a time to complete it? I don't know.
Morningstar Farms.
Next test is called the one leg stand test, alright? Stand feet to your arms out again.
This might be better with my sandals off. Honestly.
Okay, you want to take your sandals off and do it?
Yeah.
Go ahead and take them off.
Thank you.
You remember all the instructions?
Yes.
Okay. You can begin.
1001, 1002, 1003.
Okay.
Even after witnessing the debacle that we just saw with Karen bombing those tests, she still claimed that she hadn't consumed any alcohol or any narcotics. But her boyfriend came clean, yet she still denied it until the very end.
You want to be honest on what you took? He's already said. He's already told me that. He's already told me that. So why aren't you being honest?
I am honest.
Okay, so you didn't take any sort of... When's the last time you used it?
All the time when I was in the car accident.
When was that?
July.
July this year?
Yes.
Not even July yet.
No. July last year. It's almost been a year.
Last time you used it. You want to put your sandals back on?
Yes, please.
You don't take any...
Oh, no.
You don't feel impaired at all?
No. I'm just not being isolated.
You're in the rest for DUI.
Looking at the entirety of the situation, the officer decided to arrest Karen for driving under the influence. So remember, although she wasn't observed driving the car, she was in the driver's seat with the car running, which means she was in control of the vehicle, which constitutes a DUI if you're under the influence. Now that Karen's been arrested, they can search the vehicle and look at what they found. Ultimately, Karen was charged with aggravated DUI, and her bail was set at $5,000.
you want to lay down, you can lay down.
Okay, but I can't with ADHD.
You can't sit out with ADHD?
Back on June 17, 2021, the police were called because there was a hit and run crash. So when the police showed up, the victim of the hit and run was actually able to describe the person who hit his vehicle, and he was able to lead the police to their house. Check out what happens next.
I went forward, there's some lady walking, so I just took the hit. Were you on the hospital or on the? No, I was going back into town from Morrison's. Okay. And I just saw him like, and then they took off. I went to go talk to them and see if they're okay. Yeah. But by that time they started backing up and they took off, and I didn't have a chance to find my glasses, and I was chasing them, trying to look. When you were looking at who was the driver? It's a skinny female. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Tall.
Can I jump this? No, okay. Maybe I can. I just need more.
Hi. That lady that just came home?
I did it. I just didn't land it.
As soon as the officers made their first contact with hit and run Karen, they knew that this was a case of DUI.
I don't even jump.
No.
Come on, you need to sit up. Stand up for a second. Just sit up for a second. So what happened?
I didn't call you guys.
How much have you had to drink?
I don't know.
You don't know? No. You think what? 12 times?
No. I know, but I'm chilling. Officers, may I ask what you changed?
She was involved in a crash and she came in here.
No,
and didn't
I
stop.
didn't. Well, I'm not. I didn't have a crash. I haven't left.
Okay, ma'am. Stand up for a second.
So initially, Karen didn't understand that the police officers were there for her. Now she's starting to realize what's going on, and she's starting to become resistant.
You can cooperate or you cannot cooperate. Whatever you want to do, ma'am, it's up to you.
I'm not doing anything. What the fuck is she involved in?
You stand up. Stand up, man. Yeah, I need you to stand up. Thank you. Hey, hands my back. This, ma'am. Hurry up. What the hell is that?
You don't. I didn't do anything. What the? Stop.
Whose kid is it?
I need to know why you're barging in my house and taking their word. Hey. A crash.
What's your name?
So.
What's your name? Jacqueline what? You involved in a crash?
I don't have to say that.
Did you not notice it or what
No,
happened?
I'm a lawyer. I don't have to give you anything. I'm sorry, but you're a sexy officer. But I don't have to give you any information. And any information that you try to take from me, I can
Okay.
to my lawyer. So I want to know who she wrecked into. No.
You're not gonna. You want to go to jail for obstructing the police investigation? And you're gonna stay right there.
So you guys can walk into my house and do.
The lady, who needs to fix her top, is about to become aggressive with the police officers, but luckily, her daughter grabs her and saves her from obstruction.
Let's go to my truck for a minute.
Can you take your mom inside, please? Ma'am, can you please go inside?
Sir, this is my house.
We'll talk to you in a second. You hang out in there.
Can you not arrest me?
Well, right now you're detained. Okay? You're not under arrest. You're just detained.
Please, I will tell you whatever I have to tell you.
Just sit down. Just sit down.
No.
Okay, just stand there so we can talk. Just stand right there. All right. All right, I'm going to your right. Okay, just because you're being detained, you're not free to go. All right? You're the right.
I know.
You can provide one. We'll provide.
I know, but you said that I could tell you.
I know. And if you wish to talk to me, you can stop talking to me anytime. Okay, that's all I'm telling you. You're not giving your mind right. Okay, that's it.
Can I just go to bed?
Go to bed. Well, you're wrong. What happened?
I didn't.
So what happened?
I didn't. My truck is right there.
Yeah. You don't know how to get back in the front?
I didn't. I don't have.
Where's the team at?
I don't have that.
So as you can see here, Karen is acting like either she's lying or she has no idea that she hit another vehicle. Either way, it's bad.
I came over here and I drank, but I didn't use my truck.
Where did you drink at?
I didn't drink.
Huh?
I didn't drink. Whenever I came over here, I didn't drink. I didn't have control over that. I don't know. Like, whenever I come over here, I put my keys on the table.
You don't remember what happened? You blacked out or what happened?
No,
Where were you getting me out at?
Here. Yeah.
Let me sit down for a moment. I'm going to talk to them, okay? I'm going to talk to them and see what happened. Because obviously you have a scratch on your nose, you have a scratch on your hip. You were involved in an accident. But that's what you want to do, okay? Just sit down for a second and we'll come back talk to you in a moment, okay?
Okay. Right here with you?
Yeah, right here. Yeah.
And I don't want to.
You're going to have to sit down, yeah.
Here, the officers are telling Karen that it's time for her to get in the back of that police vehicle, but listen to the excuse she comes up with.
Can you do something to help these? I have ADHD. No, I have ADHD.
That's fine. I understand. You want to lay down? You can lay down.
Okay, but I can't with ADHD.
You can't sit down? You have ADHD?
No,
Well, let's try.
I can't.
Okay, let's try. We're gonna have to figure it out. You're gonna have to figure it out one way or another. I know you can, but we're gonna have to figure it out, okay? So either I can go down this window, so you can get some air, and I just need you to sit down and relax for a moment, okay? So we can finish our investigation. If that's the case, then I'm just gonna have to take you directly now.
Although Karen finally agreed to go in the back of the police vehicle, look at her hands. What happened to her handcuffs?
What are you doing? Why are you in the cab of the unit? She's down in here. Just jump in the car. The message you guys come here.
I didn't do anything.
Get out.
I didn't do anything.
Get out of the car. We'll put you
I didn't do anything to
Relax. Get out of the car. Yeah. Nice to double up. I just looked over and she was inside your cab. I need you to sit down now.
So now they've adjusted Karen's handcuffs so she can't get out, and they're transporting her to the police department. Once she gets to the police department, a different side of her shows up, as you'll see.
Karen died.
Hey, Jack. Just step back.
When you're ready for the holiday party, but even more ready for the after party, DSW.
So, you're under arrest. Suspected to be on it. Do you want to do field sobriety test to see where you're at? No. Alright, well, I need you to listen to me because I'm about to say something important.
I'm not.
You're under arrest for DWI.
Okay,
Okay.
that's cool.
The Mexico Implied Consent Act requires you to submit 2 breath
That's
tests
cool.
to determine the alcohol content of your blood. Okay.
Yep.
After you take our test, you have the right to choose an additional
Yep.
independent test.
I'm not going to.
Physician, I'm just reading this to you.
Okay, that's fine. And that's fine. That's fine. He is reading it, and I'm saying what I want.
Just need you to listen.
I'm saying what I want. You guys don't have any jurisdiction over that. You can just put me in a
The
pod.
cost of the additional test will be paid by the law enforcement agency.
I
Do you
really don't
agree?
give.
Do you agree to the test?
Nope. No, I don't.
Okay. Well, I cannot force you to take our test, but if you refuse, you will lose your New Mexico driver's license.
Yep. Nope.
Or non-resident
No, you
privilege for 1 year.
cannot.
If you are convicted in court driving under the influence, you may also have a greater sentence because you refuse to be tested. Do you understand? Do you now
I know my rights.
tested?
I know my rights.
Do you agree to be tested?
Disrespectfully.
I consider your actions a refusal to be tested.
Okay.
Now that the gravity of the situation is set in, Karen is getting verbally abusive with the cops and really talking back to them.
Okay. That is against my rights. No, that's against my rights.
No.
I'm entitled to a phone call. No, I'm entitled to a phone call. And you think that you're like high and mighty? Yeah, you do. I am entitled to a phone call.
You are, but not at this moment.
Yeah, I am entitled to a phone call. If you guys make me wait, I will stay on your certain now you put your job in jeopardy.
Is the cuff too tight?
It's hurting me.
I can't loosen it up because you're. I can fit my finger through here. See?
It's hurting me.
Okay, but see, I can fit my finger through there.
Okay, well, it's hurting me.
Well, just don't have it at the angle because, like I said, this is. I can fit my whole finger here, so that's not tight.
Yeah. I need to go to sleep.
Well, we don't have anywhere for you to lay down. Put your head on the desk if you like.
Of course, it comes as absolutely no surprise that Karen was charged with a litany of crimes, including aggravated DWI, driving with a revoked license, failure to immediately report an accident, she had an open container in her motor vehicle, she was resisting arrest, she failed to prove registration and insurance, she voluntarily and that caused the accident, and the duty to give information and render aid, whatever that is, she's charged with that as well. Probably the hit and run.
Stay over here, walk over here. Walk over here, I'm not going to tell you again. Over here, I'm recording. Right here.
I am right here.
Here. Come here.
Back on March 19th of 2022, officers are called because of a dispute between a bunch of teenagers. And as you'll soon witness, an adult Karen mom. But right before the police were called for the disputing teenagers, nearby officers heard 2 gunshots ring out and went chasing after a speeding Mazda.
That custody plan has to be put in place and has to be signed by a judge. Ma'am, I have to go though because I think there's a little bit of emergency going on, okay?
So at this point, the officer is pursuing the suspects and he's able to trap them in the dead end. But when he gets out of his vehicle to approach them, they reverse, almost hitting him, and are able to take off again. So the pursuit continues.
Yeah, it looks like a silver 4-door Civic. Can't get the plate. It's going southbound on Motelton.
At this point, the suspects were actually able to evade this officer, but there are 4 additional officers in pursuit, so they were able to corner the suspect at a home.
Montana with that vehicle Mazda 3. Come over here, walk towards me, the sound of my voice, please. Chris Baker, Officer Baker. Okay, keep your hands where I can see him at all times, please. Just walk towards me. Thank you very much. Listen, right now what's going on is that vehicle took off from us. Okay, stay in the vehicle! Right. I will wake them up here in a moment. How many more people are in that car? Okay. There should be at least 4 more in that car. Stay over here. Walk over here. Walk over here. I'm not going to tell you again. Over here. I'm recording. Right here. Here. Come here. Or you're going to get tased, young lady. Come over here. I have 4 people more. I don't know. Come right here. Walk over here. Do you need a young man?
I'm 17. Yes, sir.
How many are in the car?
I'm 4. I said that's not this time right there.
Okay. Give me a come on here. What is your name?
Wait, can you please pick up my dad?
Pick up your
Yeah, my dad, he's inside.
Yeah.
Can you pick him up? Daniel Peña.
Daniel Peña?
Yes, please.
Yes, ma'am. We'll do that. Just have a seat with me, okay? Be right with you.
And while all of this was going on, another team of officers met with the victims to get their statements of what happened.
Where's Donna?
She went inside.
Okay. Who all is here right now?
Us three, my brother, and my mom. So 2 people inside. Yeah, he was inside, and we had some problems with some people, and out of nowhere, another car just came like falling at us. That's an ongoing thing. These kids have been coming to this house. We're not the kids that they have done.
What happened?
So I don't say we had another friend. She just said it. The mom came here. The mom came here because he was trying to. Jamal, go inside, kid. Please, just please. Not even half of that. But anyways, the mom came here to pick up her son. The son didn't want to go home. You know how that goes. So we gave her permission to come in to get her son. She got him, and then Drake walked out and had.
I mentioned the part how you guys went out there and started problems.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, we're not gonna do this. You guys both Just go inside.
No, I'll tell you. I'm not scared.
Let's come talk over here. We're not gonna do that. Come over here.
And I wasn't even coming over here home after work or after I picked up my mom. It was only because a mother had called me and said that she had came over here to pick up her son, and they were all lying to her. So she was kind of worried of like, I dropped him off here, where is he? Okay. So I said, hey, you know what? I just got off work, just picked up my mom, my daughter, and her little friend. So then I said, you know what? I'll be right there. Just wait. She said, okay, I'm gonna turn around. I'll be right here. And that mom gave me my witness that Drake was here and I didn't want him.
So now the other team of officers who pulled over the Mazda started to remove the suspects from the vehicle one by one, and I could not believe how much room that vehicle must have.
Front passenger! Step out of the vehicle! Do it now! Step out of the vehicle! Show me your hands! Walk to the sound of my voice! Do it now! Get out, walk to the sound of my voice! Keep walking, keep walking, keep walking! I will tell you when to stop! Keep walking, keep walking, keep walking, keep walking, keep walking, keep walking! Stop! Turn around! Stop! Turn around!
How many more people are inside? You don't know how many more people are inside that car?
My name's John F.
Second, slide in.
I need a pee, how I feel like that.
Slide in and say.
I told her, you know what? I give you permission. Go on my house and look for your son. Because the first time that I saw him, yes. I said, go on my house and give you permission. Blah, blah, blah. She went, she found them. They were all like, found them. And then that's when we talked, blah, blah, blah. I said, I'll be right there. So I pulled up.
Can we talk to your head?
My mom and everybody. And then she was trying to take the jacket off of Drake because he took the jacket from Jonathan. Yeah.
So the next person that you're going to see come out of the vehicle is Drake, and Drake is the one who's being accused by the Karen mom of stealing the clothes. But Karen mom needs to mind her business because they were borrowed. not stolen, but we'll get to that.
Rear passenger! Step out of the vehicle showing your hands! Do it now! Step out, walk to the sound of my voice! Walk to the sound of my voice! You face me with your hands open and empty. Keep walking, keep walking, keep walking, keep walking, keep walking. Keep walking, stop, turn around, walk backwards. Good. How many more people are in the car? 3 more? All in the back seat? Good. 3 more in the car, back seat.
So holler at me about what happened at the house or whatever party.
I just went over there and was telling them like what happened, and they were telling me that a gun was stolen, and that's all I know.
Who said that?
The parent of the house, so Josiah, whoever the homeowner was to the house, said the gun was stolen.
Female, male?
A female said the gun was stolen, and I was just saying that has nothing to do with it. You know what I mean? I was just there because a disturbance happened, and then our window was broken, so I went over there and was like, what happened? You know, because
Meanwhile, one of the officers is trying to take the statement of Karen mom's son, but the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. He's also a Karen, a male Karen, and is giving the police a hard time.
You weren't even like that.
Hey, what's your name, man? What's your name? Right now you are. Alright, what's the name identify each player? Jeremiah, what's your last name?
Fucker.
I know you're trying to act tough and stuff, bro, but I need you to get hurt so I can just stop talking. Alright? What's your birthday?
I didn't have to give you that.
Yeah, you did. You're real brave, bro. Real brave.
Next person at the rear passenger side with their hands open and empty. Do it now. Hands open and empty. Walk to the sound of my voice. Walk to the sound of my voice. Keep walking, keep walking, keep walking, keep walking, keep walking. Stop, turn around. Walk back.
Okay, that's what he's wearing. And I said, yeah, I said, he's wearing my son's pants too. I said, Drake, take off my son's pants, take it off. So he just wasn't listening, whatever. He walked out of my house and I said, Drake, before you leave my house, I said, you know, I don't want you here. I said, take off the, oh my God, I have to look at my ring because I'm going to catch something right now. I'm going to talk to you. And then, so he kept walking with that little Mazda, pulled up right here, literally right
And that was before or after the shot?
before the shot.
We just got him with the gun, not too long ago.
Is it Drake? With the red
No, Jeremiah.
Jeremiah was right here. I'm going to tell you how it
Jeremiah.
Yes.
Well, we got him with a gun at the Western.
When? The same
A couple weeks ago.
Sure?
Yeah.
The one that lives here.
Meanwhile, the other team of officers was able to get all 87 people out of that tiny Mazda. How do so many people fit in that little car?
Rear passengers, hands up in the air. Rear passengers, keep walking to the side of my voice with their hands open and empty. Over here, keep walking to the sound of my voice. Keep walking, keep walking, keep walking, keep walking, keep walking. Stop, turn around. Walk backwards. Stop. Next occupant, step out of the door with your hands open and empty. Walk to the sound of my voice. Walk to the sound of my voice. Keep walking, keep walking. Walk to the sound of my voice. Stop. Turn around. Is there anybody else in that car?
I kept telling him, take off my son's pants, take off my son's pants. Then those 2 girls in the car, which was Mia and the driver, they kept talking smack. They rolled down the window this much, and then they were talking smack. And I said, oh, you're going to be talking smack? So that, you know, it pissed me off. Because, you know, he's wearing my kid's clothes. So I walked to the car, and I'm telling him, get the out of my house. I tell you guys over and over again.
Get the out of the car, Lou.
So, yeah. Disrespect. I'm so tired of it. And I even told that boy in the red shirt, my daughter doesn't want you here. Don't come here no more. This is the first time I've told this kid anything. It's the first time I've even been here when this has happened. But it's happened so many times that it's just sickening.
One of the officers questioned Drake about the entire situation, and this is what he told them.
They gave that license plate. We found out where it was. Here I am. There's a gun in the car. Okay? Just telling you out loud. Not bull, not sugarcoat. Not accusing you of nothing, but I need to know what happened. What do you wish to speak with?
Yes, we went at the house and we were arguing because we had a friend that ran. And the friend's mom was mad because he was hiding from her in the house. And my ride gets there and I get picked up.
So another car got there or this one?
Yes. Okay. So I get picked up and when he was picked up, they were arguing and then I was talking sense and then so I calm everybody down there. She had to hit her car window and broke it.
She punched the window and broke it?
Right, so she called the family member or somebody, and then they came to go try and talk to her, and all of them were just like being crazy, just like, oh, yelling, like, I don't know, like being immature. And there's also trying to just figure out why she broke the window and then she can get money and pay her or something, you know?
Yeah.
And then that's whenever, in the middle of all that, the Charger came and it was just shot.
What kind of Charger?
Black
Charger? Do you know if it was new or older?
And then I tapped on the window like this, and I said, "You don't hear me?" I said, "Leave my effing house." That was the Mazda. Okay. Then Drake got in the car, and I was just like, "Whatever." He lets you wear his new pants. He just got. So that was it. Okay, because she wouldn't drive off.
So one of the 87 teenagers that was sitting in that Mazda was able to take this video footage of the dispute prior to the Mazda taking off. So once it cleared all the teenagers out of the silver Mazda, the officers found multiple guns and multiple rounds of ammunition. And ultimately, one of the passengers in the vehicle admitted ownership.
I reported stolen her name, so, you know, I know my law.
Alright, we're done here.
And, yeah, so
you're familiar with